Hi, I'm Thomas Müller-Marqués Berger, the incoming chair of the IPSASB from 2026 onwards. And I'm very glad that I'm joined today by Ian Carruthers, the outgoing chair. And we know each other since more than 20 years, but still, of course, being your successor as the IPSAS board chair, I have probably hundreds of questions to you. Don't worry, I will not ask all of them, but focus on a couple of questions which are very important to me taking over from you. So, looking back to 10 years of your chairmanship, what actually kind of stood out for you in terms of projects or milestones as the most impactful during your chairmanship?
So I think in terms of impact, probably a couple of things stand out for me. I think in terms of recent work, I would point to the work on climate-related disclosures and the approval of the first IPSASB sustainability reporting standard, because that's an area where, we know it's really important for the public sector, but there has been no guidance. And so really important to actually sort of lay down the foundations and to actually provide a sense of direction. And in developing that guidance, I think there was a real question in terms of should the public sector follow and interpret the guidance on climate-related disclosures that's been developed by the IPSASB for the private sector, or was something totally different required? So actually getting to an answer on that is really important because it lays the template for future work, which undoubtedly is going to feature in your chairmanship. I think the second area I'd point to, which I think has been really important, is actually the catch-up that we've done over most of my chairmanship, actually, in terms of relevant standards that the ISB had issued. And the situation when I came in as chairman was we had just completed the development of the public sector conceptual framework, but because that had taken up so much time, actually we were behind with another number of major standards that had been developed, so financial instruments, revenue, leases, and so on. So it's taken time to work our way through that, but I think now what we have is actually pretty much complete suite of IPSAS standards that work together. And if you think about the fact that there's a lot of countries that will be adopting the standards over the coming 5 to 10 years, what that does is that gives them a very stable platform on which to build. And I think it's also important as well from the board's credibility, because you can actually say, right, we are now up to date with the relevant standards from the private sector, and also we've given the guidance that the public sector needs. So I think it's those two things, sustainability reporting and having that up-to-date suite of IPSAS.